Royal Mail's announcement on Colleagueshare has been met with anger by CWU Deputy General Secretary Dave Ward. The announcement that the so-called shares agreed between government and the business back in 2007 appear to be and are forecast to remain worthless. Royal Mail's position on Colleagueshare and the new business plan raises serious concerns over the company's commitment to the business transformation agreement.
Well, it's a good question why Royal Mail have cancelled the Colleagueshare scheme. What we're saying, and I want to make this absolutely clear to our members, is we don't accept the company's explanation that these so-called shares could have plummeted in value from something like £1,400 as late as last September to virtually nothing. What the company appear to be saying is that their projected forecast on volumes, on profit, on revenue have fallen faster than anticipated. They also appear to be blaming the workforce that progress on modernisation has been slower than what they expected. But I have to say that, despite the financial problems that this company faces, there is no way that these shares, so-called shares, could have fallen in value in that short period of time. Most of these things are already known. And we're simply not going to accept what the company is saying. I believe this is almost a scam where they've shifted the goalposts halfway through the change programme in order to avoid paying out money that our members deserve, and we're not going to put up with that. At the moment, it looks like that money that our members would have expected, where they could have had the ability to cash in these so-called shares in May or June of this year. And we know that at the time the agreement was made on business transformation, the company confirmed that those shares were worth around around £1,200. We know that 6 months, 7 months later, those shares were actually valued at £1,400. We also know that people, ironically, who have left the business in the last 5 or 6 weeks have actually received a cheque from the company for £1,400. Now, what it means is that at the moment, under what the business have said, those so-called shares are virtually worthless. Now, as I've said, several times now, we can't accept that position. There is no way that could have happened in that short space of time where people who left the business received £1,400 just a few weeks back, and that's a fact which the company has acknowledged. To plummet to virtually nothing. It's just not on. And as I say, we will be doing everything we can to make sure that the value of that pay, of that cash lump sum is maintained. And we'll be saying to Royal Mail very, very quickly that they need to rectify that situation or face the consequences. Well, I think that we are going to have to look at the whole question of the agreement. Obviously, we don't want to make knee-jerk reactions. We want to meet the company. We also want to meet the government, by the way, because the government also agreed the rules of this scheme, and I understand that they're involved in the valuation. I could see how this might impact on the privatisation debate as well. So we need to see the government, we need to see Royal Mail at the highest level, but we'll be making it clear to them that we cannot accept the position that they've set out. What does that lead to? Well, I think inevitably it will lead to us saying that they need to reconsider their position. And if they can't reconsider their position, well, the union's executive council will consider other steps, and we're not ruling out, as part of that, the possibility of an industrial action ballot.